It's time for the review of Gaga, a Blue Steel, Ars Nova. Like, comment, and subscribe. In the year 2039, the drastic effects of global warming has caused sea level to rise, resulting in major loss of land. To ensure humanity learns its lesson, a fleet of powerful warships equipped with advanced weaponry emerges, causing overwhelming defeat for naval forces throughout the world. Calling themselves the Fleet of Fog, each ship has a mental model, a humanoid avatar which represents the heart of the ship. Its Union core. Each model has different personalities, but all follow an unknown authority known as the Armenian Code, which has implicated a blockage to prevent humans from traveling across the sea. 17 years later, after the blockade, Gunzu Chaya, a National Marine Academy alumnus, stumbles upon I-401, its mental model, Ion, who side with mankind for unknown reasons. Utilizing the newfound hope of achieving peace for humanity, Guzzo and his friends form a group of privateers known as the Blue Steel as they set out on their dangerous journey. This has an alternate version. This has about 12 episodes, premiered October 8, 2013 to December 24, 2013, based off a popular manga series. Is action, sci-fi, and seinen. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode and rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. As we get started into this review, I just want to say right off the bat, like, if you're into like the military science fiction type of anime, then this anime is definitely from you. Now, going from the military science fiction aspect of it, the whole idea of the military tackled in with a fused combination of supernatural events and occurrences is an interesting theme between artificial warfare and science. But on that idea of military science fiction, what better way to have military science fiction is to include the alien invasion, the mecha, or in quote space war, any type of war in general, and you take a bunch of these models and give them human-like characteristics, especially since the humanoid characteristics are all female characters, and just put them in a warlike setting, especially that in the near-off future. This is based off the manga series with the same name, written by Arts Performance. I think it takes the same preliminary effect, which changes a little bit of history here and there, but still has the underlying course of the Japanese attempting to recover their nation through engaging trade. And unfortunately for the enemy here, the antagonist of the anime, Fleet of the Fog, that's just not possible and pushes everything back, almost causing humanity to be on the brink of despair. Luckily, there is some hope for a particular naval group, and let's call them Blue Steel, as I mentioned in the summary earlier. Now, through their journey, I would have to say that when you're watching it at first, the pacing is, I wouldn't say fast paced, I think the pace of it would be really steady. It does get a similar feel of other like sci-fi animes like Strike Witches, Tactical War, Blue Submarine, Number 6, Full Metal Panic, and it has the same viewership as those leads. Other than that, I feel like for the series, it does have its pros and cons. Some people might call it a scientific masterpiece, while some people might think it's over-exaggerated and not worth watching. But when I first watched it, the cast of characters really brought the whole theme of military science to the full frontal and put it in a different perspective. Now, mind you, this anime is taking the future of the 2030-ish era, so just imagine 40 years beyond what we think the future will look like, and our idea of the future is always changing. But imagining it just carry out in particular war zone. And I feel like even with the fictional enemy Fleet of the Fog, that didn't sound right. Fleet of the Fog, there we go. Fictional characters and also enemies and the female protagonists who control these ships. It's a very interesting premise, especially for the main character who, I won't give too much away about his motivation, personality, just say that you'll see his goals and motivation put through, especially since you have one of the main female humanoids who controls the ship on their side as well, Inano. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. And through the series, I think she can be, she grows on you because, as I mentioned in my summary earlier, she does join the human side, and that kind of gives them a huge tactical advantage. Even though she's built very small, her abilities very shine through each of the battles that she's presented in each of the episodes, and each character that the protagonist and his teammates encounter are different strong female humanoid army that they do face and one step closer to trying to defeat the Fog. But another point that I'd like to relay out is the action sequences, especially since there are a lot of CGI used. It might, for some people, take a while to get used to, I feel. And overall, I think it does a really good job of compressing that naval combat aspect in the environment since most of the battles do take place at sea, including the battleships themselves. They're partially modeled after the naval ships in real life. Hence, like all the firepower you see in the anime, most of the fog ships are have different personality and reflect the design of the ships that they are modeled after. Beautiful details that was put into it. There are, I will say, some fan service, Yuri action, some interesting stuff with some stuffed animals, just really weird scenarios that the characters are put in. Just so you're just gonna get a laugh at it, and some weird reactions from certain scenes in the anime itself. But overall, the construction of the anime was very done really well. The details were do well. I will say some of the explanations of characters' backgrounds weren't as well written as I hoped they would be, including some of like the past, like the flashbacks. But overall, I feel like sometimes the characters in Blue Steel, especially, don't get their own individual spotlight. I feel like if they were fleshed out just a little bit more, we get to see their personality shine more on screen. But given that it is a 12 episodic anime, not enough the characters get their own enough screen time, especially since you have all the other enemies. I feel like I would have liked to have like another season to where even the battleships, like the enemy battleships, like got their own backstory, but they didn't get the same overall justice. And I feel like also the main ship itself should have as well got like more of a backstory, but they just didn't because 12 episodes, you got so much wiggle room to work with. And I understand that overall the art style is very nice, and it does like fall back into the theme of science fiction. You'll see a lot of that elements and themes play through in the anime itself. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Who knows if they might bring this anime back? Probably not. Since it does end off a 12 episode series, definitely check out the manga. I recommend because it does probably give more details in the anime itself, even though it is the original adaptation of it. Check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. And I really enjoyed Blue Steel. I really appreciate the characters and the naval ships that were designed after them. And it was a really good show overall. Definitely see what you think. Let me know what you guys think down below.